Testing, testing. Can the world hear me? Just lost the picture for a second there, didn't I? What's up, everybody? Maybe you want to look at me to make sure you can see me. If you can't hear me, please let me know. Let's see here. How about a little Mr. Ed in your life? Boom shakalaka. Does anybody say boom shakalaka anymore? You guys hear the music? Trying something a little different today. I've got a headphone in. I think that's when my audio problems started to go south, when I started using the Bluetooth. Because then I don't think the sound was going to the screen. Sorry to yawn. It must be this black velvet, although it's not quite layered at all. Happy St. Patrick's Day to y'all. This is half cider, half Guinness. So we got Paloma in the background there. And there's a lot to say about Paloma. She's kind of interesting. It's funny because I didn't think she was that interesting when I was looking at her from afar. But upon closer inspection, for example, that rib cage is just something else. It's massive and flares out and arches, and it's not even barrel chested like a regular primate. Somebody else saying that these were fake, and I guess they're basing it on other specimens. Oh man, I'm yawning again. I'm not going to last tonight, am I? I've been going to bed pretty early lately to get up before astronomical dawn. Yeah. She has a massive neck, massive trapezius muscles. Let's see if we can get a better view of those. Let's reduce that intensity a bit there. Other direction. Paloma's, for whatever reason, these scans, so I have trouble with the scans many times as it is, but this one's reacting very slow. It took me a while to even get her loaded up. She's still not loaded properly because I still can't adjust some of the settings, unfortunately. Let's just do it manually here. Whoa, too much. Paloma's the one with the fleshy pieces hanging off her face, which itself could be something I'm interested in if we follow along. Let's see, we have anybody in the waiting room? We do. We've got Mr. Jesus in the waiting room. He'll be joining us shortly. What did I want to cover real quick with her? Well, that massive neck, the scapula, shoulder blades are very unusual, very high arch themselves. Look at this trapezius neck. Reminds me of an orangutan, but she's not quite ape. It looks like too the foramen magnum is somewhere in between a quadruped and a human. The sutures on her skull are dramatic also, sort of implying muscular stress, causing stress on the bone. I guess everybody can hear me because Jesus isn't saying, I can't hear you. Let's get a close-up on that lambdoid suture here. Whoa. So yeah, it's very more herky-jerky than even normal. Look at this vertebra, man. It's hard to get measurements on these. I think it's better to get the measurements live. Look at that. It's like every move I make, every breath I take. All right, well, since I'm having so much trouble with just getting this to even react well, it's almost better just to grab a screenshot at this point and just look at the screenshot. There we go. Let's just leave it here for now. Honestly, it's like if you've ever played like a video game where it's in delay, it's kind of what's happening here. Okay, Mr. Jesus, welcome to the chat.
What's up, everybody? This is Fat Jesus live coming to you. Let's go, baby. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Nice hat.
Yeah.
Good to see a Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
That was a great series.
I haven't seen it actually. I've been meaning to see it.
There's like cool parts where they'll like do like slow-mo with them walking, and they'll play like some like punk rock music and stuff.
No kidding. Oh man, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I cannot believe it came out with this PALOMA.
Yeah, so PALOMA is just, I used to just look at the body in the videos and I was like, yeah, whatever, it's another Tridactyl, right? But then when I got the scans,
incredible,
and I started looking at beginning with just the neck muscle. The neck muscles, those trapezius muscles, and how they attach to the skull are just massive. And you can see these sutures here sort of indicate wear and tear, that muscles pulling on the skull over time. Between the muscles and the crazy rib cage, even the rib cage, you don't really notice so much in the pictures, but when you look at them, of course, we can also look at the regular slices. Scans are going to respond a lot better than this 3D.
So this one is more human looking.
It is more human looking, for sure, but when you start to look at the details, it's like this rib cage. Look at this. This is not human.
And that's the thing about this, is it's the devil in the details, guys. It's the hybridization of this being, and this is the hard part for people to get hold of this and say this is real. They call it a hoax or fake because they can't grasp the idea of the existence of a cryptoid existing in our society. They only believe that humans, because of religion or the idea that we are the only ones in the universe because God created us and us alone, and that's it. Or demons only exist, or angels and demons. And they live with this idea. And these people are on a straight and narrow path, and they're on the yellow brick road. And the grass doesn't exist on the right or left on this road, people. So these people that you listen to, they're calling hoaxes and fakes and all this stuff, I wouldn't listen to them. I would listen to Professor Ed Casas because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, and if there was some noticeable, cutting and attachments, or bones that look out of place, they look unusual for sure. Yeah, this setting also keeps going to the shade setting for some reason. Everything's reacting slow.
I mean, you have so many details when it comes down to the MRI scans and all of these buttons that you have to.
Yeah, there's all different. There's all different ways we can look at this. We have all these settings here on the left. One of them is the CT bone, they call it, which is sort of like the kind of standard setting where it gives you flesh and bone. And what you can do is you adjust you shift the
angular.
Yeah,
you angle it. Maybe that's why you get that shadow, is because the angle of the picture on that.
And you can play with the shift here, and it'll take away flesh. You want to get closer into it.
Oh wow, that is incredible.
I also like using this maximum. I think it's called maximum.
If you turn your music down a little bit, that would be great.
Sure.
I feel like I'm traveling in the stars. This is incredible. It's a little bit bright.
Yeah, and then you can go over here, you can play with the opacity, and you can actually bring, it won't just make it less bright, it'll actually bring you closer into the interior of the body.
So you see the bone part of the nose is actually slanted downwards, not outwards like us. You see that? You see how the bone structure of the nose, it's actually pointed downwards more than outwards like ours.
Uh-oh. Now it's glitching out. Let's get out of here and look at these the slices. The slices are a lot more agreeable to be manipulated. Oh boy, what's that?
This one has pretty much of a big overbite though, just like a monkey like.
Yeah, or even Asians and Native Americans have that sort of shovel bite. So this is that flesh that's hanging off. It's like perhaps its nose dropped, or there's other sort of action business going on.
So that chin just really goes in too.
Yeah, and of course part of the chin is has an implant on it also.
No way. Another implant?
Yeah, on the right side of its jaw.
How old is Paloma?
I don't know if they've dated her yet, to be honest.
I would be very interested to know what the date is on Paloma. Actually, let's look it up real quick, guys.
I don't think she's had their carbon dating done. So yeah, I probably won't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so I'll do it today. So everybody, we're looking at Paloma scans. We got Fat Jesus here today. We might get some other guests later on. We'll see. Let's see here. We got Fat Jesus saying, "What's up?"
It's roughly claimed around 1,000 1,700 years old. But this is just the overall of the mummies.
Yeah, I think that's Maria's date. You know, of course, these feet and toes are huge. You know, great for climbing, great for swimming. That's the other thing about this powerful neck here, is that powerful neck could be an indicator of something that was swimming against currents.
So they're saying that the implant was inserted while the specimen was alive, the silver into the cheekbone area.
Good.
Some are theorizing. Well, you know, alive not meaning like alive, like back then alive. Not I mean, maybe under anesthesia alive kind of thing. There's not like a lot of detail under, because nobody was there to witness it. But I'm sure they had like some kind of anesthesia when putting in the implants. That would be interesting to know the details on how they put in the implants and what kind of technology they use to put in the implants, and not just some kind of bone knife or, you know, some weird thing. We would like to know this stuff, you know. How did they do these procedures without a scalpel, or what kind of scalpel, or did they have scalpels, and how did they, you know, how did they make these tools? We would like to see what they look like. So these artifacts are being looted and taken. So it's kind of like we're trying to find them and find these artifacts that are being found
Oh yeah,
around the
that was the
world
other
and
thing.
put into museums.
Very unusual tailbone. Also, like Maria, doesn't have a coccyx. Just
Yeah.
kind of ends. And
what's a coccyx for those that are brand new in the stream?
yeah, that's, what's crazy is that we talk about us humans losing our tailbones, but in actuality, we still have them. We don't have tails per se, but we still have the tailbones, which is probably why some people are still born with tails. So the
What?
coccyx is your little
Uh-huh.
tailbone.
What happens if you fall as a child and you break your coccyx? What happens?
I don't know actually, but I know it hurts people.
Do you have to have it intact, or can it be broken for the rest of your life,
Yeah,
or do you have a hard
I
time
think
walking?
no, I don't think it can. I don't think it affects people's walking, but that's something you should definitely check that out. Let's see here. How do we? So yeah, we're looking also at this.
Let me check real quick.
Go back to the full screen here.
It says, yes, you can absolutely survive a broken tailbone, coccyx, as you say, as it is rarely fatal. It is a very painful injury,
Yeah.
often caused by falls or childbirth, that generally heals on its own within a few weeks to a month, though it may take 8 to 12 weeks to heal completely.
So if you notice near her abdomen is this.
It causes significant discomfort when sitting, moving, or having bowel movements if it's broken.
Yeah, there's no evidence of it like being cut off.
So wait, so this specimen doesn't have a coccyx, you said?
Right, which would make it decidedly not just non-human, but not primate either.
So how did it do its bowel movements, or how did, that's the question we need to ask, because
Not all animals have a coccyx.
yeah. I mean, our makeup and our biology allows us to do certain things with our coccyx, right? I mean, does that's the question I have. I don't know who's the expert on this.
I
I
just
had
know it's what's left of our tails as a primate. So it says to me that we could probably grow them back if we had to through time. I'll tell you what doesn't have a coccyx is a Sicilian worm, Anuran frogs if they resorb their tail. They don't have coccyx.
Well, it says that it plays a critical role in supporting and coordinating the muscles that make going to the bathroom possible. Number 2, I'm not going to say it out loud. And although you do not strictly need a coccyx for the biological process of a bowel movement, it says you can technically have a bowel movement without a devil's in the details, guys. That's why I'm saying is because sometimes it's obvious you don't need one, but I would like to hit upon the details on it so that we know for sure. That way we're not speculating, and we're not speculating anything on the tridactyls either. So we're crossing the T's and we're dotting the I's while we're looking through tridactyls, and that we are serious about this. Go ahead, Professor.
So there's this high intensity area here near the abdomen. See all of this here?
Yes.
So what could that be? I mean, I suppose it could be metal, but it's most likely, in my opinion, a egg mass. Now, what you can do is, if you're unsure about this visual, you can always
turn it around.
Well, this one we can't turn around, but we can mark it, and then we can go look at it from a different angle.
All right. Will that mark be in other angles?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
So now we're looking at That was the sagittal or side view. This is a
Top view.
coronal or a front to back view.
All right.
So we want to go find that spinal area again. Here, we can move it a little bit quicker here. There we go.
I don't see that mark.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Well,
Go
there's the
straight
mass for sure, but I don't see the mark either. There it is. But anyway, we found the mass anyway, right? Without it.
All right.
Without the mark. So now we're just looking at it from a front to back view. And of course, I'm also interested in any sort of...
It reminds me of my back problems from combat. That's what it looks like. Maybe I have an egg shape. I'm carrying a larva.
At least here you can see that we're getting some individual intensity. So it's not just a mass, right?
Well, here I see pieces of something in here that is not a full shape.
Of course, I'm interested in any other strange sort of gray masses around it as well.
Do we have a different angle on this?
Yeah, we've got.
Let's look at it at a different angle.
Yeah, we can look at it now from top down.
Weren't we just looking at it from top? Okay.
No, we were looking at it from front to back.
Okay, let's look at it top down then. Oh, there it is. There it is. Straight down. Backwards. You're gonna go. You have to go backwards. All the way back. And we're almost there. Almost there. Keep going. There it is, Captain. We found her. This is all. I've given her all she got, Captain.
Hey, last week was the season finale of Starfleet Academy.
Oh, don't remind me. My heart is breaking. Oh. Dude, I can't believe it stops at 10. Ugh. I've been watching Discovery ever since.
This is what I want. I want 12 hour-and-a-half episodes once a month. What do you think?
I'll tell you what. I think they whet our appetite just to force us to go watch other Star Trek. I think it's just a business plan of theirs. I don't think they enjoy
I never got through
entertaining
Enterprise. I didn't start watching Enterprise until I started watching Discovery again.
I don't think they want to entertain us. It's just a business plan, just to make the show so they can make us watch the other shows and make money off of it. And they just want people just to, get the Paramount Plus,
I know. I was going to cancel it, but they have so much good sci-fi.
Yeah, they do.
These intensities can be found other places.
Here we are advertising them too.
And these high density areas, I see these in the other hybrids as well.
Can we go back to a color mode?
Sure. That's the one that's a little more herky-jerky, though. Doesn't really respond as well.
That's fine. It would just show people the color mode. I just want to see some of the colors.
And everything is, a delay.
There we go. Yeah. That one's fine. People just want to see the teeth and stuff like that. I mean, the chat. It looked better just a little while ago. This is just too bright.
Well, then you have to adjust it then.
Yeah. It has to be darker. Can you make it darker?
Sure.
Would like to see that muscle.
It's just there we go. It's like a video game. It's like reacting like after. Let's just leave it here for now.
That'll be fine. Isn't the colors at the... Oh, I see what you're doing. That's too bright. You have to go the other way. What's up, Stig?
Yeah, you can see it on the share.
We're at 7:28 p.m. right now.
I don't think he's watching. He's asking about coming on the show. If you want to talk to him for me,
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, I have this on my main monitor, so I can.
You seem like you're more interested in the bone, and we're more interested in the muscles. Are we just doing the bones today? Why is there in that scan? Why does the bone look like that, or is that just a scan? It looks like a fingerprint.
I believe that is just a scan. Yeah, scanned. What do you call it? Like a residue or whatever. Yeah, usually we can zip around it. I could also probably open this on a different. Oh no, but the other program, the other CT scan reader isn't as.
Have you been checking the heat on your computer to make sure that it's not overheating from using this?
I haven't, but again, this particular scan is. I don't know what it is. If it's
How much RAM do you have on your computer?
that is true. I am probably running a little low.
Are you on 16 or 64?
Don't know.
If you have 16 only, that could be the issue, because this is more like a graphic artist thing. And if you have
Sure.
64, it would be a lot easier for you, because then the processes can be used more. I have 128.
Yeah, I think part of it
RAM.
is though is this particular scan. It was very hard to load it. There seems to be some errors. So I think it might be just. I think we could even try if you want. We can open another scan and see if it responds better.
But it could just be is this scan, is this what you're playing with live? Or
Yeah.
is it on your computer? Oh, it's live. So it just could be the network where it comes from too.
It could, but again, Paloma for some reason is.
There could be a lot of people.
Paloma's a little wonkier.
This is probably so popular right now around the world that there's universities and students looking at Paloma right now.
The file is on my computer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was live, like network live, that you're looking at it. So you can download it and just look at it then individually then. Okay. I thought you were like sharing a network, looking at it, moving it
it's
around.
a file, but the file had some issues. It didn't load to the reader as easily as the others. So I'm thinking there might be either a problem with the file, or at least I have to perhaps load it a different way than the others. That's what I was saying. If we want, we can close. I've kept Paloma open all week.
Are the eye sockets bigger?
They sure look it.
They look like it at this angle. Although they do have a full set of teeth.
Yeah, it's interesting because the canines aren't very pronounced, and people have noted that they're very worn from chewing some sort of hard substance, which isn't unusual for South America, with people eating corn and millet or in Asia and whatnot. So
yeah, I noticed that. This would be a field day for a dental.
I know. Too bad we don't have that dentist guy involved.
Yeah, rest in peace.
What? No.
The guy that put out a peer review. What's his name?
Oh no, I met the guy we met at Quest for Ancient Civilizations.
Oh yeah. He would love it. Although, for all of you that are listening right now, we do not share the common ground on the first thought that these are aliens. We are, first of all, professionals, and we consider these as pretty much part of human genome, pretty much. Like they share the earth with us and not something that came out of the sky. Just
welcome, Space Stig.
What's up? Stig is in the house.
Oh my god, I just got home and I just did this and now I'm live. Oh my gosh.
Hey, you jumped in. I took you on.
Let me just be right back. I'm gonna listen now.
I turned you off.
That was Stig, guys, everybody. Stig is the Atlantean expert, and he talks about Atlantis and where Atlantis is located all over the world. And he talks about the Atlanteans and how they affect, and feels like there's a connection between the Atlanteans and the Tridactyls in Peru and South America and all that stuff. So it's kind of wild how we connected with Stig, right? And over in Phoenix, Arizona. He lives out west.
Yeah, just like the dentist we were talking about, Quest for Ancient Civilizations.
We have met a lot of people from all over the world, and we also connected with MUFON, and MUFON deals with extraterrestrials and everything like that. But we communicate with MUFON. I don't think they were interested in us because of how we don't.
Well, that's funny you say that, because I will be giving a lecture to the local MUFON chapter here in Florida.
No way! Get out of town!
Isn't that exciting?
I thought they lost interest in us. Nice. All right, woo! Let's give it for Tridactyls, baby. Nice.
I also have another cool announcement that will be coming our way.
Nice. Is it something that you could say or talk about? Is this it? Is this the one?
Look at that.
Get the heck out of here. You made it?
I did not. Somebody else did with a 3D printer.
What? Guys, check it out. Dude, you can have this. You can 3D print and have your own Tridactyl, which is it's so awesome. Your own Tridactyl mummy. Bro, I would love a Tridactyl mummy just to put it in my background in the back. Dude.
So the plan is...
I am such a nerd.
The plan is to...
love it.
It's like Stig's talking. Is he talking to me? Stig, if you're ready to come on... Well, I don't know. You just got up. The plan is to bring it to my guy who makes the molds for me, who made the mold for this, right?
Yeah, I got one too.
And to make a full size.
Why is your gray? Did you paint yours?
Actually, this was the first batch. I thought it was painted, but it's actually just gray filler. It's gray plastic, whatever.
So lucky. Mine looks like a cast.
Well, you gotta paint it. Look at this one was made with. Oh, you won't be able to see it because of my green screen. This one was made with green.
Do I look like I have a painting station at home?
Yeah, you got to paint it. That way you can paint it green to make it look authentic.
But, one more thing I need to buy at home. Jeez.
But I do believe I am seeing larval forms in this body, by the way.
You are?
Just not bothering to point them out because they're so hard to see that it's almost pointless. But I've mentioned before, you have to go through like each click of the mouse and look at the change of this. You can't, like, I can swirl through this and you can see the changing bone and whatnot. But I believe you have to go through each click and then you have to zoom into each spot.
I find it unusual that these larva forms that you are seeing are not inside the bone structure, like the bone marrow, but they're on the outside of the bones.
No, I do see them inside the... You know, how thick is a skull of a Tridactyl? It's only a centimeter.
Yeah, but we're looking inside the backside of the
On this
which is the
particular
thickest. Yeah,
specimen, yes.
so we can. It's such a big specimen that you
Looks
can
like
see.
Stig is back. He's talking at the screen, so I'm going to turn him on. Wave or thumbs up. Yeah, I see you.
What are we? Hey, by the way, I went to the Eye of Africa wearing this, and it's numbered. It's a numbered art piece, number 69 out of 100. Number 69.
You bought it just because it says 69. Get the hell out
No, it
of
was
here.
a gift. It's by Kai. Kai is an asshole. He's a Scrooge. He fired me on Christmas, but
Lord.
I wore his shit to Africa, and I'm wearing it right now because I did my laundry today, and I thought it would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's still a cool shirt for sure.
Yeah, it's like a pull. Well, the hood's stupid. He didn't do the hood right. Whatever. He tried. Whatever. But anyways,
You look like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, he's got like alien
that.
glasses.
I used to have a beard, and I really looked like him in a couple of shots. I got a robe I was wearing, but
these are what the droids are looking for.
it was almost that way. And I am 58 years old, so I watched Star Wars in the theater.
Me too.
What about this?
Man, you guys are old. I'm like amongst older people. I'm so young.
Cheers, guys, for being old. But Javier, you're not new spring freaking.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Am I supposed to say FJ? Am I supposed to say Fat Jesus?
You're good to go, man. I'm Fat Jesus Live. That's right, baby.
I said the J word. And so
Fat Jesus Live.
You guys are, by the way, there's lots of stuff going on today. I'm not going to talk about this, but I'm just saying things have been shaken up for that Sedona, Arizona show.
Tell us.
I can't live. I will tell you in private.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you in private.
Oh boy.
It's good news for you.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after the show and stay on here.
I can't talk about it live, brother.
I saw that they had,
when we're not streaming, we could stay on here. So
I see they were looking for some sponsors. I was considering doing that instead of going.
Well, let's just say your opportunities have increased for sure. If that's what you want to do. I don't think I'm going to make it, but I do have a big announcement. I told you I was going to tell you. And what time is it there now? Is it 8 p.m. already?
No, it's 7:40 here in South Florida on the East Coast.
All right.
Where are you right now?
I'm not in Arizona, as I heard somebody's mentioning. I'm in Palm Springs, California. It's right by Joshua Tree.
How nice.
Contact in the Desert's going to be here.
That's right.
If you want to come for that, let's talk, because I got places to sleep. I got all sorts of opportunities here near Joshua Tree, California. I'm actually closer to Palm Springs, but as the crow flies...
We'll have to get to you so we could drive out.
Yeah, please do. And you always... Okay, look, we got to talk, and maybe you can't get because of some of the stuff going on, but you can always have a place to sleep. Let's put it that way. A place to park. Let's do camping first. A place to park, and yeah, there's a shower, and we're going to make it work. I'm trying to get my location right here. Here, let me turn on the light.
You're the one who drives out from over there to Arizona.
He's the adventurer.
I did that. Yeah, only a couple hours.
You are the true adventurer, the explorer of the rich.
You could mention that in addition to having driven my car to Scottsdale, Arizona, I went to the Rashad structure 3 times. And yes,
wow.
3 times in the Rashad structure. And that's a Band-Aid I've been wearing ever since the last time I tried. I was detained on the 4th trip. That's why I need everybody to sub to me. And guess what? The big news, which I'm going to tell before we're done here, I'm going to tell you the big news. It's exciting. I might
Did you take the Breaking Bad RV to Scottsdale, Arizona?
To share, by the way, Javier, so he can share to his followers right now.
Later, I can share it. You can go to my YouTube and sub to me.
Yeah, go to Stigs.com.
At Stig. Oh, my name is DavidStigHansen.com
right now.
I got DavidStigHansen.com has everything, including my YouTube. My YouTube is the main platform for me. I don't do other stuff. It's because it's not about money for me. I'd like to say it is. I got a master's in business, in international management from the Monterey Institute of International.
It's not about money for you, but you got a master's in business.
Exactly. Ridiculous. I wish that I had never gone to high school, even high school. I wish I had dropped out. Fuck that. I wish I had never gone to anything past grammar school. Fuck junior high.
Hey, what's your name on there?
On YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
At Stig, STIG.
You didn't even put your title when you
like you're at Fat Jesus Live. I'm at STIG, at Stig. I also am technically at David Stig Hansen, but when they grabbed the shorter one, I grabbed Stig. And I used to own Stig.com, believe it or not. No, I never did. I lied. I never did. I tried to grab that.
I can't find you on YouTube.
Go to davidstighansen.com right now. DAVIDSTIGHANSEN. SEN.
DIVE.
David, and then STIG, and then Hansen with an E, not an O. And then that's my YouTube.com will take you to my YouTube usually.
There you go. I see you.
Did it go right to my YouTube? That's part of the fuck up with that. Actually, I tried to stop that from happening, but life goes on. I don't have time for this. I make like $70 a month on YouTube, and I can't even touch the money.
That's something at least.
All right, I sent it right in the chat for everybody to see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't get into this to monetize stuff either. I just want people to know about the information, you know?
Well, my feeling is this. Aside from the fact that I do think that Morocco was easily Atlantis, easily. Guys, it's no secret anymore. I've read Critias, and I've gone over it with using AI. I've gone over the ancients' text. Plato said that Atlantis was at the Pillars of Hercules, not beyond. But actually, literally, he said before the mouth. Before
that's interesting.
Stoma. That's what he wrote. But people ignore that. People like Randall Carlson, they say stuff like, "It goes straight out into the Atlantic Ocean." No, that's not what Plato said at all. And I can show you exactly what he wrote. Even with the translations that we've been using all these years before AI, I thought that, I want to give a shout out to Tyrone. And by the way, thanks again, Fat Jesus Live, for joining me and Tyrone in that live stream the other night. That was pretty cool.
Too bad old Mr. Ed was already in bed.
Yeah.
But
we were streaming around 1 a.m. over here.
That's awesome. I was well into REM sleep.
You know what this is, right? That's what our governor, what's his name? He did this when he's like talking about the Los Angeles fires last year. He's like, there's some new investors going to invest. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck you, man. These people haven't even got their money back from the insurance companies yet. These investments, they're going to be rolling in. Okay, so sorry about that segue. Let me just get myself looking better. And by the way, I am very curious. These images you were showing, what are we looking at? Spine? Is that a spinal cord?
Yeah, it's the spinal cord of Paloma.
Paloma the Tridactyl.
Paloma the Tridactyl. And she's got a real interesting, thick trapezius muscled neck. These high scapula bones, these are very unusual. And the rib cage, if I could pull up the other image, the rib cage is arched and almost like winged, not like flying wings, but I somehow lost her on the 3D for some reason. It happened.
Paloma. How many Tridactyls do you have this type of data on? I remember a number.
Let's see. I mean, my gosh, there's probably about 4 of the little ones and then probably about 5 of the hybrid large ones. We could close.
I should have added my. I'm sorry because I didn't want to waste time, but I should have added this to my channel. I'm going to.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying at the beginning.
Google, what's going on here?
You can go ahead and share this, right?
It wants me to leave. It wants me to leave the site. I don't dare. Let me just. I'll tell you what. I'll reshare the video somehow. But yeah, that's important information. And did you give me a number yet? How many?
I mean, I want to say it's off the top of my head. I think I have like 4 little ones and 5 big ones, but I'm not even sure. I can probably look here. Let's see.
Let me ask you a really important question to me.
There you go. You
This
can
is
see right
really
here.
important. There you go.
So let's
Just
see.
so
We've got
tell me the
Paloma, Juanita, Santiago, Sebastian, Montserrat, Maria. Number 4 is Victoria, Alberto. Number 5 is Luisa and Josefina. So
What cities were they found? What city?
these are all found near Nazca, Peru.
Nazca. They are Nazca mummies then, or do you call them a mummy?
Oh yeah. Well,
No, they're not proper mummies because they haven't been.
Right.
You know,
They
the
are
organs haven't
north-
been removed and all that.
Okay, now I want to ask
north
an
of
important
Nazca.
question. Sorry, go ahead, Javier, and I'll ask an important question in a second.
They are north of Nazca between I mean they're like a little bit north of Nazca. They're not exactly in Nazca, but they're north of Nazca.
I hear you.
And a little bit more east of it too. So it's kind of like there's a lot of area to cover. We actually were looking at the whole map area, and there's not a lot of. There are villages, but it's very few people that are living out there, and a lot of poor people living out there too, like farmers and stuff like that. So they do farms. So these looters are just common farmers and people out there trying to make a buck, pretty much.
Okay, so many questions I have. Like I said, after the stream is over, we're going to talk about some stuff, and I don't know how deep you are with some of this information, but I do want to ask this question. Here's a big important question that I am always asking, and I think Ed, especially, and Javier too, you guys are going to be the ones.
Jesus.
What the fuck is the real proper name, whether it's in Spanish or some old language? What's the name of these people with these elongated skulls? I'm not even talking about the Tridactyls. I'm just talking about the elongated skulls.
The Paracas?
Paracas. Okay, you said this the other night, didn't you, Javier? You said that. You said that. And I asked you before already. Now
that's why it's also strange that people aren't that interested in this when people are so interested in the Paracas skulls, and it's like, well, here's the rest of the body.
Say again, the rest of the body what?
Well, it's like everyone's interested in the Paracas skulls. I'm like, well, here's the rest of the body attached to a skull.
But that body right there doesn't look like an elongated skull right there.
Oh, it is, though. It's maybe not as drastic as some of the others.
Can you zoom in on that skull?
Yeah.
And this is a Paracas. Thank you, Javier. I do have to give you credit.
If we look at
before you answered this already, I now remember.
If we look at Montserrat or Maria, we can definitely see a more elongated skull.
Look at those teeth alone are more than regular human.
The reason why I even brought up the Paracas skulls is because that was the study that they were doing earlier, like years ago in Peru. And a lot of universities have been doing those studies, like Russia, Japan, all over like Germany, the universities of Germany. A lot of universities here in the United States have gone over there. They have hubs over there studying the Paracas skulls, and not enough universities are studying the Tridactyls. So this is like brand new.
Though the Tridactyls, what was the first time one was discovered?
As early as 2015.
So only 11 or 10 years, right?
Yeah, 11 years ago.
So
and I understand that, and same with it's kind of interesting. Go on.
Let's see, how long did the Paracas?
Well, I'm looking at Paracas right now, and I'm finding Wikipedia Paracas culture, and it gives it 800 BC to 100 BC, Inca region of Peru.
So it says right here they were discovered in 1928. So they have had that much time to study the Paracas skulls. Yeah, and we're just discovering here in 2015. You know, so we need more time.
Robbing the tombs until then, right? Do you agree that all the tombs have been robbed and grave robbed?
Not all the tombs. I mean, they're remember that thousands of years or 2,000 years ago, finding the Tridactyls in the ground, it doesn't seem like it's easily found. Like if you go to Aztec and Mayan culture, you're finding tombs like in certain locations, or like the Egyptians, they have
I don't
certain
believe
locations where they dig up people.
Yeah,
We
no,
have
I don't
we
believe
have
it.
cemeteries.
It's a cover up, and these people, the Paracas, they were annihilated by us. Maybe who knows who killed them? But they
Well,
have
we weren't around.
Why do you
back then.
suggest they were annihilated?
I believe that they were stamped out. Like, okay, maybe okay.
The Western world wasn't around when the Tridactyls were around. They were completely either they went underground
What was
into
the
the mountains,
Tridactyl?
or they just pretty much couldn't survive on Earth.
Okay, look, here's where I stand on all this, and I was kind of put aback by the Tridactyls when I first met you in Scottsdale, and I just feel like I don't even know now. I thought that they were the same age as the Paracas skulls, but now I'm understanding they're older than the Paracas. And look, we've got this we've got evidence all over this planet of little people. I believe the Tridactyls are little people, and
Yeah, I do too.
Their skulls are elongated.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's the Paracas elongation. And then I have one that I want to find, and I see it all the time. Definitely not head binding. Definitely not head binding.
Right.
And
Yeah, these aren't
obviously, but it's more than just an elongated skull. It's an inflated, that big one, the big one. Where's that guy? Where's that guy from?
If a human has committed head binding or have done anything of that nature, that is a drastic measure. And I believe in society that we do ear piercing, tattooing, especially the Maori warriors. They tattoo in their culture because it means something religiously and culturally to them, especially with dancing and as warriors, it means something completely. It's us for dancing. We dance to relieve stress and to enjoy ourselves. But the Maori people, they dance because they're fighting for something in more than themselves, and it's cultural as well. And they do so more so. But if you study more about the Maori,
Check out
Who
this
are the
rib
Maori people in
cage.
an island? What are we talking about here?
so we're talking about how someone does head binding. If they did head binding, it is a drastic measure. That means
It's
that
a
they
cargo
saw.
cult. It's a
They,
cargo cult.
but wait,
Emulation.
yeah.
And-
So if
and-
they
and- oh,
if
I've
they
seen
see
it in my-
something, if they see something, and they worship it,
Right. No, you don't have to justify it to me. And
Yeah.
I agree with
well,
you.
and not to you. It's for the people that are joining us
Well,
on
a
the
lot of
stream.
my friends still think it's head binding because they haven't looked at the pictures. And I listened to Brian Forrester, and Brian Forrester was the first one to point out how the suture in the back of the skull was in no way head binding, and this is the real shit. And
Right.
secondly, I talked to him about some mass graves found in Peru. I watched a lot of videos. These guys were handling not just skulls, but the spines and the rib cages of these people, the Paracas people, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And they have a little elongated skull. And I said, Brian Ford, okay, I'm his Facebook friend. We haven't met in person. And I said, is this real? He said, yes. I said, what the F, man?
Beyond head binding, they
Yeah,
worship.
that's over. I don't even want to talk about
What they saw is beyond what they normally see in everyday life. And if they worship what they saw, then that means whatever they experience is more powerful than them, that had more technology than them, and had the ability to provide food, shelter. It could provide multitudes of stuff that they needed and more. Like it could provide way more food, way more everything, and that would be considered a god to them
Can you
because
give
they
me
didn't have any of that stuff.
any range on the Tridactyls? Like, sounds like they're older than the Paracas culture. How old are these?
Well,
They're around 1,000 to 2,000 years old.
when I look at the morphological suite of traits that the little ones have, they have a fused clavicle, they have stomach ribs, it looks like cutaneous breathing. I mean, these are morphological traits that go back hundreds of millions of years. So you can look at the cultural aspect of the hybrids, but looking at the biology of the small ones, it's something completely different.
Before you joined us, we were noticing that this one doesn't have a tailbone like we do.
Right. They don't have tailbones like primates.
Can you point where the tailbone would have been? It looks like, oh, that's different. Yeah, down there. So it's all flat. Or is there a chance it broke off? I mean, it's very flat.
No evidence of that. Well, I have
that right there. That looks like
hold on. That's partially because of the cutoff.
I mean, the tailbone doesn't fall off, if you're asking that. It was born without one and grown without one.
There you go.
And there's no proof that it was taken off or surgically altered. It is a mummy, so
there's no evidence of it being removed. Correct?
Yeah, removed.
Really, I wanted you guys to take a look at this. Look how the rib cage fans out like this. Very robust back muscles.
Honestly, that spine, that where I would see a tailbone, that spine, just nothing. That seems so weird. Like, I still wonder. Look at that. Wait, whoa, wow! How did you change that?
He has complete control of the MRI, so 3D, he's expanding it.
So like we can split it in half.
So now I'm seeing something. Well, why am I? It does still look cut off.
Yeah.
He's lowering the resolution so it's easier to manipulate, so you can move it around.
What's going on here? Oh my gosh, so many things have been found in LiDAR in the Sahara Desert. It's just going crazy out there. People are ignoring so much. Even the top alternative history people like Randall Carlson, totally disingenuous. Don't get me started. Who's listening right now? Do we have any people chatting?
I didn't even look tonight. Let's see.
How you doing, Mark? Welcome to the chat.
Yo, Mark, I got your Tridactyl heads whenever you want to meet up.
Oh my God, you guys are too far east. I am ready to hit the road, guys. I'm ready to hit the road, and I'm ready to make this announcement and talk about something in New Mexico for sure, Colorado a little bit, Utah.
So all these different conferences, do you have one that you like more than others?
Actually, what I'm talking about now, none of it's conference related.
Okay.
There is one going on in Sedona. You were in Scottsdale, the same crew.
Tyrone had a great idea. We should just make our own.
Okay, well, we can talk about that too. And
on the East Coast, we're on the East Coast.
When we get off the air, so I can tell you all my top secrets, then we can talk about doing something like that. Me personally,
in Orlando.
Well, sounds perfect. You know, I don't even want to name drop who's doing tours. Okay, I am going to name drop Nikki Anna Jones. You know who she is?
Yep.
She went to Göbekli Tepe with Mike Collins and Jimmy Corsetti. She was there. And there's lots to talk about that. She's got 3 tours. I'm not going to be able to go on the first one is the ladies only tour. That one was in, maybe I mixed up. The Chaco Canyon, New Mexico, then Oaxaca, Mexico. That's the ladies only. That's the second tour. And then Japan. That's
wow.
Yeah. And she's already got like a full boat and going to Japan. It's just incredible. I really hope I can try to go, but you know, I lived in Taiwan 25 years. I'm kind of ready to take a break on going to Japan right now. And I do believe that YouTube is a wonderful source of information. People who go to these tours can show this stuff on YouTube. Jimmy already went. Jimmy Corsetti went to Japan. What is this? Zoom in on that. That's incredible.
This is like what I suggest is a possible egg mass in the center.
It looks like a deflated heart to me. Are you sure it's not the heart?
This is down by the abdomen.
Well, what's down there? We got liver. We got
right, but it's high density and reflective.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's very small compared to the spine I see next to it. It's probably some small organ like the spleen or some shit.
It's high density though, so.
What do these things eat? What do they eat? You know, do they eat grains? Do they eat meat? That's where I'm wondering. Do they have teeth? Can you check out their teeth?
Yeah, well, this one's got teeth. The little ones have very little teeth.
Look at that! Oh my God, you got quite the scan. Look at that. Nice.
We definitely have to invite a dentist to view these.
Oh my God! No, go back! Oh my God! Look at that! You can count the roots. The way the root goes down into the gum. Look at that. Yeah, zoom in there. That is showing the roots going in. I am not a dentist, but I know dentistry a little bit.
Do you remember there was a dentist at the Quest too?
Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. It looks like there's a. I'd like to see the real photograph of that to talk about the teeth. You got any real photo instead of the scan?
I don't.
To me, really. What I'm seeing, go to the. You can. Okay, let's talk about it this way. You can go. You're scrolling through right now. Scroll to the front 2 teeth, the very front. Get to the front, the very front, when you have the most mass.
Maybe change the angle, maybe.
And then you go back to the back teeth because they're different. That scan right there, it's obvious those teeth were like, whoa. I can kind of see it. Oh, this is the front. Okay, there you go, right there. That's the very front. Those two. What do you call those? Your eye teeth or your front teeth? And then you get back. It scrolls back, and you can see how it widens out. Yeah, those are definitely real scans of something. That's not bullshit. That's not just something made up. You can tell
exactly. That's the big part. Like, and people are just painting everything with one brush, saying it's all fake. And it's like, okay, maybe there is a fake somewhere in there, but
over here.
You can't.
I'm trying to get a better view.
You can't just brush every specimen off. You know.
And then that side one as well. The side one you can see right there where I'm pointing. You can see that side one shows the front teeth. That's when the scan is in the very middle of the skull, and then as it backs out, it shows the back teeth, and that's when it's zooming out and it's getting the different layers. This is like what is this, an MRI?
I believe so.
Yeah, makes sense to me. That how could you fake that? There's AI couldn't even fake that right there. Look at it. And now you see the back teeth.
Right, and not only that, if it was like one specimen, maybe we could say, okay, it's a fake. But there's multiple specimens, you know?
Right. And then this species, you're calling them Tridactyls because they have 3 fingers. But the poor people, what's their real name? What's their real language? You think they couldn't write? Of course they could write. Of course they could write shit down.
Well,
you think that there's no written language?
What I thought was interesting about the not language is that's a language that you could read in the dark.
Why? Because it's 3-dimensional. You can touch it.
Right, because you're just touching it.
It sounds like Braille.
I think I'm going to close out Paloma here, and we'll open to somebody else.
When you're ready for me to tell you my big news, I'll give you a screen share.
Okay, it's
yeah, interested in talking to you about it.
Oh yeah, this is exciting for me because I'm done with YouTube, guys. I know that you're impressed by my big numbers, $70 a month. I remember when I was making $40 a day and I thought I was good. I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna be taken care of now. And then 1 week later, and I went down to like
I try not to think of those things, but it will be great.
There are people that don't even deserve $50,000 a month. They're on X, and they just talk about Elon Musk day and night. He's so special. $50,000 a month. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, Jesus.
I'm just getting it set up. What was I going to show you? I'm getting it set up, and then you can share that. It's just an orange screen right now. Yeah, I got to use my mouse. I know how to do that. Mouse. Okay, so I'm using a thing called Cal Topo, and to do that, I got to go to my Chrome. Caltapo is a topography website, and when I get it, it's going to be 1 second longer. I'm going to click it, and it's going to open up, and it's going to be on the screen ready for you to share. Okay. All right. Go, go, go. There you go. Now, look at that. Is it shared yet? This is Caltapo, New Mexico. This is the big news. Now, I please enlarge that. Okay, let's talk about what you're looking at. That is a cool logo. I got to get me one of them. So these two parallel ridges that's called Pie Town, New Mexico. I'm doing a tour called Dyke Tours. I think that I'm going to get flagged. The problem with the word Dyke is, well, how do I...
D-Y-K-E, right?
No, not D-Y, bro. And I looked it up. I swear to God to you, I looked it up. D-Y-K-E was used in the 1300s. However, nowadays, the more proper terminology is using D-I-K-E because the D-Y-K-E applies to the LGBT, the community. And so, therefore, I'm sorry if I insult anybody by even saying Dyke Tours. This place is amazing. Now, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, but before we go, now look at this. What you're looking at here is you're seeing two ridges. I'm going to zoom into the Pie Town Ridge. It's 12 miles long. 12 miles. Let it. This is a ridge. It's a wall. This is a wall that goes 12 miles long. And across what feature? This river is the Continental Divide. This is what I call a switchback. So this ridge goes across there's a couple of switchbacks. Here's another one right here. So these are that river is literally the Continental Divide. I don't know what it's got to be going. I don't know where it goes. It might go over the Colorado River, but this is the Continental Divide. And this ridge, Pie Town is right here. I've been there. I went there and I climbed this mountain. It is a mountain. I believe that it's created with two things, the shoulders, and you can see the shoulders from here. The center, the high point, it has shoulders. The spine is made of a different material. I believe giants or ancient humans with advanced technology were doing this. They were creating the what do you call it? The waters.
This looks like Jurassic Park.
This is a watershed creator right here.
It looks like something that... No, go back.
Well, wait a minute. There's another one over here.
But it looks like it's caged in.
It's old. I think it's old. It's been degraded. I thought this was more shallow. The other one was like 100 foot tall. I almost killed myself climbing to the top of it. You can go to my YouTube. However, this one over here, I drove across, probably right there, probably right here. And I grabbed it. It's right outside. It's ferromagnetic. The spine of this structure attracts magnets. You can stick a magnet to it. It is created by giants, in my opinion.
And remember that lightning can actually magnetize rocks if it has metal in it.
Oh, you're challenging me. Okay, here we go. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Okay.
I mean, it's true. It's true. When electricity hits when lightning comes down, hits the ground, and there is iron in them, it can magnetize it.
Look at this mound right here. This is created, man. It's created. I'm telling you. I know you think I'm crazy. I'm going to just show you. Look at these mounds right here.
No, I didn't say that.
Those mounds, that mound, I believe that's overburden dumping. Look, I got that
wall. Look at that wall down there.
It's called, okay, let's put in Spanish Peaks. Spanish Peaks. And see if that works. Hopefully it will work. Okay, that's the Spanish Peaks right there. I'm going to zoom out. Look at already you see a wall going north-south. In fact, you see a triangle. Look at those ridges. You telling me that's natural? Wait till you see what I'm about to show you. Down here, you see this east-west wall. It's like 13 miles long. I'm doing a tour to visit some of those in New Mexico. But
so the important question is, what's going on with the plate tectonics underneath?
I don't believe any of that has any relevance, in my opinion. Look at
But
this right here.
you
Look
still
at this
have
right
to,
here.
you still have to look for it just to
I
see.
have tried. I don't believe it. Look at this ridge here, that ridge, and then down here that's diametrically opposed. This one is bowing. How do you describe? It's going arcing towards the north. This one is arcing towards the south. Now, the one that's arcing towards the north, when you zoom in, you see that this ridge junctions with this arc and then stops and junctions. And then over here, it starts again. They wanted a river to go through here. Now, wait. Look at all these other lines. But before you do, go back over here. Now, this one, the one on the north side, junctions with the long ridge here, and the one on the south starts lower. You could put a river through there if you wanted. They're diametrically opposed. This is not natural. These angles are very geometrical. Look at these angles. Are you telling me this is natural at this point? This is Spanish Peaks, Colorado. I've been there. It's and we can go to.
It's unexplainable.
Look at these angles. I tell you what they're doing. They were building mountains, and over here on these are the two Spanish peaks. And let me say one more thing. I've noticed there are always two peaks or more, maybe three. They're always snow-capped. I'm now, and you think I'm crazy, believing that these mountains were built to get as high as the snow caps so they could grab water. And that's what it's all about, is the water. Now, over here...
So the proper terminology would be terraforming.
Terraforming, yes. Look at this ridge. It goes right by this river. The terraforming came down. This is called the Devil's Stair Steps. They always call it the stair step. By the way, don't ignore the ridges over here. You know, everywhere. There's ridges everywhere. And these ridges, there's one right in the middle. It's called the north-south wall. And look at this part right here. It looks like they were using a machine to lay down the spine. They stopped and restarted. I've seen this pattern before. I know you think I'm crazy. But I'm telling you, these ancient giants were making these ridges. These ridges are not what they think they are. They call them volcanic dikes. And that whole story, if you want to take a break from my share, let's go back to our faces. But these lines, in my opinion, are not volcanic dikes. They are what I would call, let's go to the north, because of the way you, let's go to the north-south ridge right there. That little thing, I've seen it more than once. That little glitch, and they're starting and stopping, and then they sometimes there's nothing there, and it allows a river to run through it. This is, I think, older than all our elongated skull people. I think this is 1 million years old, to be honest. And I believe they built these mountains to do ancient mining and hydraulic mining. Your audience probably thinks I'm cray.
Well, the bodies that are found, the mummies, are 1,000 to 2,000 years old, but the civilization, the culture, could be 1 million years old. But what we're finding are carbon dated. But as far as the civilization itself, you know, things do disintegrate in time, and finding something 1 million years old is going to be difficult, because we would have to go to ice caps or in mud all the way underground, you know. And if these giants do exist, and I'm not saying that they do or do not, then
we killed them.
Then what we're talking about, no, I'm possibly, and I'm going with your theory, they still do, because there are some people around the world that have seen giants. And if it's fake, if it's not fake, I don't know. There are people disappearing on this earth for witnessing them. And I sent the article to Ed about it too, so you received it on your messenger. But there was a guy that was on YouTube that said to the world that he saw a giant near his home, and he's no longer alive. He got visited by some men in black. So
I'm worried about that.
Never visit me.
By the way, this
because you're an archaeologist. You're not some yahoo without a degree. You're not claiming aliens and giants and stuff like that. These men in black, they go around.
Well, there are the giant tridactyl hands that suggest a 7 to 9 foot being. So.
But the monsters that we're talking about are like 30 feet tall.
What the F is this? This is amazing. Show this.
We're talking about 30 feet monsters.
This is Ship Rock, and I'm telling you, this is 1,000,000 years old. Something was going on in Ship Rock. That right there, and by the way, I don't know what that second mound is right now. I'm freaking out right now because I never saw that. That's a good shot right there. And the Ship Rock is bigger than Devil's Tower. Nobody talks about it. Look at that wall.
Oh,
those
Ship
little
Rock.
globs,
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
those little globs, those are polygonal globs. That wall was created in a polygonal manner. Now, I'm not saying it's exactly like Peru, but this rock, bigger than Devil's Tower with the walls, these walls. Look at this one. And by the way, I'm going to just tell you right now, there was ancient burial grounds. When I went there, I've been there. When I went there, I saw with my own eyes ancient burial grounds, these mounds all over the place that were literally... I'm not a geologist. I have a master's in business, but I'm not stupid. When I see a mound that's so degraded, it's not in this picture, it is a burial mound for sure. And it's not the 1,000,000-year-old stuff. This is a special picture right here. I can't seem to get to, wait, let me try. Okay, here. The next one. There it is, Ship Rock. Taller than Devil's Tower. And we saw Devil's Tower in, what do you call it?
Close Encounters.
Thank you, Ed. I think we're the same age when you know the answer.
But I know what you're already alluding to.
But this ridge right here, this ridge is a wall. And Nikki Anna Jones went there, and she's going to be putting it in one of her tours. And I'm going to do a tour.
It is a magnificent geologic structure, isn't it? Oh, my God.
Well, in my opinion, it's basically a stockpile of valuable minerals, natural elements that they were stockpiling and putting in a mound. And these ridges were transport roads, bringing that material into it. There's no way that's natural, in my opinion. Sorry. Let me just move on to the next thing. Yeah, Ship Rock, big stuff. And there's these ridges that are here.
This is so awesome. Thank you for coming and showing all these images. This is fun.
Let's keep on talking, bro. Let's go to Africa. Let's go to South Africa. Let's go for another half hour, and I'll show you more all over this world. What can I show you? I'm at your service, sir.
They remind me of that movie called Crystal. What is it? Crystal
Skull?
No, that one puppet.
Remember when we thought that was the worst
Indiana Jones movie? David Bowie.
David Bowie, yeah. But they made that mountain into a crystal.
Right now, I don't believe any mountain is natural. I'm sorry. I know I sound crazy. If you go along the area, this is Colorado. This is New Mexico. No, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. That's Ship Rock right down there. I'm putting it in the center. That's Ship Rock, right? Ship Rock is a big structure. Now, when you go over here along the border here between Colorado and New Mexico, there's a lot of stuff. Like this is called Heron Lake. Just south of Heron Lake are these ridges right here that are just too big to explain. And where do they come from? 1, 2, 3 ridges. But those aren't the big ones. The big ones are literally, where's Colorado? Okay, up here? Over here. These are crazy. Now you can already see them, right? Now there's the Colorado border right there. I'm making my mouse go along the Colorado border. However, down south, you can see this river. That's where those ridges are actually literally creating damming activity, literally creating water damming activity. Over here too, right? That ridge, that's also water damming activity. And when I showed you that one thing, we'll right click and we'll go over to get info and we're going to grab it. And we'll go to the location and we'll click it. And then we'll go over to Cal Topo. And I don't even think I need to enter the info, but I'll do it just in case. I don't want to waste time. Spanish Peaks, That's up in Colorado. But down in New Mexico, and I'm going to hit enter. There they are. These ridges are literally going across the river. That's water controlling activity. Those 4 ridges that are the longest, they call them volcanic or gabrionic dikes. They say, look at how long that fucker is. And not only going across this river, but going across this river and going across this river. You see what I'm talking about?
That is interesting.
What sort of waterworks do you think they were attempting to create here?
Well, if it's mining, and over here you've got this one, and look how it starts and stops. They went down here, and they stopped, and then they went back up here, and then they started back up again. They're trying to control water, and look at how it leaves a gap right there. Even the modern-day road goes through there. I believe they're like, that's where the river can go. Now, maybe this doesn't have a river, obviously. I don't see a river. But over here, I definitely see a river, and I see 4 of them. That's where I'm going to do my next tour. We call it the Dike Tours. We're not going to get censored. Dike Tours. What do you think?
I would definitely mark it to the LGBT nonetheless.
We're going to get down there. We're going to get right down in there with our faces, and we're going to go.
You're going to get a lot of women on your tour. That's for sure.
Well, but I'll probably see no action whatsoever. That's okay. It's not about
You
that.
definitely won't get any action. That's for
Just
sure.
look at that line right there. That is like 13 miles long. That long line right there. I'm telling you, this is one of the longest dikes, and I haven't been there myself yet. And I was detained in Africa, brah. Okay, back to this.
Sucked.
It sucked because I was. You know what? I'll tell you off the air. What I really think happened. Look at these.
Well, do you want to
look at that one
so we
look at
can
this
talk
one right here
off the air?
Yeah, well, and I'm not going to try to. I don't look. I can keep going. Look at that. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, we also do a
5, 6. Look at those.
We do a Wednesday chat on X also at 1 p.m., which would be what? I guess that would be.
Stig is asleep at 1 p.m.
I got a date. I got this girl. She said she wants to reunite me with the world of sex. I don't know.
That would be
Something
10 a.m.
Look at those. Look at those. Right? Forget about the future. Look at those dikes. By the way, Epstein has a location in New Mexico. Look at those over here. Look at those. Those are fucking fake. Those are not natural. Epstein has one of these on his property. He bought some property in Look at these mounds. I want to look up Epstein's stuff. Those mounds are fake, in my opinion. Sorry. I know you think I'm cray-cray. That's all right. I don't care anymore. I really don't care because I can't unsee what I've seen in South Africa. Let me take you to South Africa really quick.
Okay.
You know? Shit, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Aliens do exist in South Africa because Elon Musk exists.
Yeah, well, he's the richest African-American on the planet. He's worth $800 billion now. Hadn't you heard? You didn't hear that, did you?
I did.
Yeah, $800 billion that guy's worth. He's the richest African American.
He owns the planet.
He owns it.
but that's that's because the money is all in a trust. It's not in his bank account. That's for sure. Because he doesn't pay any taxes personally.
That dude don't have anything to do with Johannesburg anymore. Hey, do you know about Adam's calendar?
Yeah.
That would be Michael Tellinger. Let's play homage. Right now, let's just get oriented. Let's take away the drop pin. And as you can see, we got South Africa and we got these 2 landlocked countries. One's Lesotho. I promise you I'm pronouncing it correctly. Lesotho and Eswatini, which I'm probably not pronouncing correctly. Eswatini is not just landlocked with South Africa, it's also connected over here with this country. However, I want to show you Michael Tellinger's Adam's calendar. Go to the top of Eswatini. Go to the top of Eswatini. Go to the east of Eswatini. And up here we have this shape. It looks like New Jersey. We're gonna find it. It's right there. Is that it? That's it. That's it right there. There it is. That right there is Adam's calendar. Am I wrong? Hold on. Nope, I'm wrong. That right there is Adam's calendar right there. That's Adam's calendar. Let me show you one more time. Yeah, and there's a good shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on photos. We're going to turn on photos, and we're going to get a shot of Adam's calendar from a distance. It's right here. They took away the photo. Fuck, man, that hurts my feelings. Hold on. Let's click on it. So we look across, and we see Adam's calendar right over there. That's Adam's calendar right over there.
Can you explain to the viewers what Adam's calendar is?
Barely. Michael Tellinger claims it's the oldest stone alignment that exists. Older than Göbekli Tepe. He thinks it's like over 100 to 1,000,000 years old. He's named some high numbers, that guy. That's cool. He cool. By the way, that's not it. Let's look at him. Okay, this is Adam's calendar. And yes, I do believe it looks like something was megalithic and organized and aligned. Right. But I don't have a lot to say about it. I've never been there. But they have a lot of names for these structures. There it is over there.
So geologists think that these are natural.
That photo that was just taken was taken from over there. Yeah, of course they say it's natural. They always say it's natural. Fuck them. Fuck those guys. I'm sorry. My favorite is Robert Shaw.
Can they prove that?
Of course they
can.
Is
natural.
They can by those people that. I'm sorry. What is it called? The people that protect the mainstream. This is.
No, I meant scientifically, like the rock formations, and I mean by making the rock itself. I mean the natural formation of the rock and in time, how the rock is made by what kind of
this location hasn't been studied enough.
You don't want to hear me out, do you?
No, I hear you. I heard what you're saying. I'm trying to respond. I know I do interrupt, and I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I know where you were going with that. I don't believe that mainstream scientists have studied this place enough to get that type of data. And I'm sorry for trying to give you that white.
To play devil's advocate. Yeah, the geologists are always going to suggest that it's natural. And then, of course, the alternative historians are always going to try to add some sort of mystical,
Look, Ed, I'm going to double down with the mansplaining from this white entitled. That's me. I'm sorry. I was born white, but I got to leverage my white entitled mansplaining. Look, let me show you some things that are bigger than that. Here's the problem with Michael Tellinger. Michael Tellinger isn't showing you the big stuff. And I'm going to show you, and I think I showed it the last time, down here in the edge. Yes, there is one of those. Mohale's Hook. Go ahead, Javier. I want to let you finish what you were saying.
Fat Jesus.
Fat Jesus. I want to let you say it. But here, this is my fucking mound. This is a lot bigger than what I just showed you. And this is down there, and nobody's talking about it. I fucking have never been here. And yes, behind it, there's 2 more mounds. Didn't we talk about this before?
No.
There's 2 more mounds back there. So I'm sorry that I didn't let you finish. I'll shut up for a second.
Look at that structure. Wow, that's definitely got to be something.
Not Jesus. Keep going with what I interrupted. Go, please.
No, I was just saying that geologists, they study these rocks and stones, and they also the Earth's crust and everything that we're all looking at right here. They spend their whole life looking at volcanoes and how the formation of the Earth is, and we're talking about it, but none of us are geologists here. So, I mean, we're trying to dissect this, but I don't have a degree in this field. I wouldn't know anything about all this stuff. I mean, it's interesting to look at it on Google Earth and then just claim to be that we know so much about it, but yet we don't have a 4-year degree in that field yet
Well,
alone.
what does it take? 4 years or 6 years? Get a master's or maybe a PhD, 8 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
really,
it's 4 years for that bachelor's, which is really hard, and then the 6 years if you start writing papers, because you're traveling around on the earth, and then you got your PhD when you're writing books about how things are, and you're discovering new and incredible things. So you're actually adding to the science in your PhD.
well, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of faith in all that because of the mainstream gatekeepers that we have.
Well, we have to trust somebody, because if we don't trust anybody, then we're going to be lost in our own
How do you
in our
guys?
own
Okay,
minds.
I'm mad at Randall Carlson. I'm mad at him. Are you guys still? I love Randall Carlson. I really do.
I'm not a fan or a detractor.
Well,
Well,
he's number one in he's going to be in CPAC, CPAK,
I
2026.
I think they're part of a group, because every time I see these like I see Sedona, California, it's always him, and it's always the same people in the same
Wait
group.
till you hear my bad news about Sedona.
Yeah.
And yeah, now the next one. By the way, there's all these ancient channels here. Look at this one right here. This is like almost a 90-degree angle with this channel. These two roads going into the mountains here in Lesotho. And right near them are these other structures out here. The Kolin structure. And this structure, in my opinion, shows this ancient intersection. It's big stuff. It's a house is right here. Like, look at these big buildings down here. Those are the big buildings nearby, but these roads, these ancient intersections, look at that 90-degree angle right there. I don't think we need geologists, Fat Jesus.
So the question you have to ask yourself: how many intelligent beings lived 1 million years ago, and how many intelligent beings are on Earth today?
What if it was just 3? Look at this isosceles triangle.
We have 8 billion human beings on the planet today.
Some people think the China
8.3.
numbers are wrong. Some people are saying the China numbers are wrong. But
No,
right now, yes.
China isn't number one anymore. It's India.
True. I agree with
Their
that.
numbers are probably accurate.
Oh,
Look at this isosceles triangle. This triangle right here, this ancient road. And again, when I say those are houses down there. And then you got this line cutting through that's a perfect triangle, in my opinion. And it goes on for 4 or 5 miles. And there's, like I said, over here down this structure is this little shortcut. I've been showing this for years now. I know it's not but there's so many things going on. Like, look at those things. And now one more thing I want to show you.
I want to share something with you guys real quick.
Last thing, then I'll stop talking. That ancient intersection right there, if you go out over here and then zoom in, you find another one
straight across
that matches it. It's right out here. And it matches it. I didn't find it yet. I'm failing. It's out here. Go ahead, show your thing.
So the thing is, I just lost my concentration because you kept on going with your straight line.
There it is. I found it. There it is. That is the exact match. That ancient shortcut matches the other one exactly. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
It's this crossroads here.
I'm just gonna grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
So what I was gonna bring up was that some people feel like the moon landing was fake, but to me, I really don't think so. I really believe it was real. The thing is that proof is in the pudding. I believe that they lost the technology to travel back to the moon. And because of that, I think we have lost the technology of the ancients in the past as well. I think humans are forgetful, easily forgetful. And it's because of wars, and it's because they don't stay in tune with their own culture. And it's so easy for them to lose that technology as well, because they bury it, or they move on, or they have a short memory, as that, or they don't pass it on to the next generation. Being an anthropologist, you realize that if they don't pass on what they have learned to the next family member, it's gone forever. It's not like they just made a textbook 1,000 years ago. There's no textbooks 1,000 years ago. It's passed on to another person, right? Am I right here, Professor?
No, definitely. You know what? I just learned
1,000 years ago would bring us to what? 1,000 AD. They would have some written.
That's in the West, but
1,000
here in
AD
here, I mean,
1,000
that's the Western. But here in indigenous culture, here with the indigenous Americans, where's the paper? Where's the scrolls?
Well, how long does paper last? Ask yourself that question. And
All
yes,
the more importance for
Homer.
oral tradition, right?
Look, the
How
Homer
about
was
how
oral
about the
tradition.
Mayans
Everything.
and the Aztecs? Where
That
are their
was written.
papers?
What we had written in stone. We don't need paper when we have
That's
stone.
right.
No, but that's not all true, because when the conquistadors came, they burnt all the knots, which
True.
was the written language
Right, I
of the
agree.
Incas.
They did, and that means that we don't have that anymore.
Yeah, they burnt them on purpose so that they could destroy the information and
This
the
is
culture
South
of the
Africa.
Incas.
South Africa, look at all these weird shapes. And yes, when you zoom in, you're going to find a lot of weird shit going on. I believe it's millions of years old. And
And do you know why they destroyed the culture and the information? Because the Catholic Church wanted to reset them so that they
For sure. That sounds right.
would learn the Catholic way and the Western world way. They wanted to reset the whole Inca civilization to their way.
That's what the Bible shows. Look at these circular formations in South Africa. I really believe these were things that they were doing to help.
It was successful. Yeah.
What?
It was successful. You could see it today. It's all Catholic down there.
Oh my God, no! And by the way, and then we talk about Muslim religion and how successful that is. We have literally, I mean, the Jewish religion. I don't think you can count because it's not big enough.
They don't apostolize as much as the other two religions.
No.
And I do believe that look at, there it is. These
family descendants.
Look at these curves. Look at these curves right here. Look at that curve. Look at that curve. I'm telling you, this ridge was built to control water.
At one time?
Yeah. Old, yes. Giants, yes. Older than everything else we're talking about. Right next to it is modern day. And when I say modern day, that's still maybe 1,000 years old.
Those look like dams that
They
control
are
the water.
And look, you can tell the water is moving to the right because the dams are building up. But at the same time, that's event number 2. This ridge here, that's event number 1, built by giants. And look at that 90-degree angled turn right there.
And why do you say giants specifically?
Because it's so big. If the humans did that, then we had machines like we do today. You could build that with machines we've got today. We've got machines that can do that.
And when you say giants, what sort of size beings?
Move to the left. Move to the left.
Okay, over here.
Now down. Zoom in. Zoom in right there. Yeah. Zoom in. Zoom in. What is this whole structure in here? Look at all these stone structures.
I think this
looks like Stonehenge.
Well, we got to remember there's trees, but I don't see any trees. That's a tree. Look at that. Is a modern day fence. That's modern day fence right there.
Okay, lift it. Go up.
Get out. All this other stuff. Look at the line here.
Those are all trees. Okay, got it.
Well, okay, some of them are trees. Wait.
That?
Damn. What about this line right here? That perfect line is not
trees. That runs along the edge of it used to be a lake.
Yes,
water line.
Yes, it's a ridge.
There's a water line underground.
It's a dam. It's going across the river. What's this modern day feature? That modern day, look at that's water. That's a modern day dam.
When I was like a Boy Scout, like in the military, to find a water line so you could find water, you would look for the trees and where they would grow, so that you can so you could look for water in itself underneath there, because that's where the trees survive. I mean, if trees tried to survive outside those areas, then they would die because there's no
What do you
water
think this
underneath.
So when
guy
you
is?
say giants, though, what sort of size beings are you alluding to?
Well, the Bible itself talks about David and Goliath. Goliath was he was from the Gaza Strip, by the way. They called them Philistines. That's the same word used in modern day to represent what's in the Gaza Strip. And we already, if you read the Bible, you know that Goliath came from the Gaza Strip area. He was one of the last giants. David defeated him. Height-wise, I've seen charts that people created, like maybe 20 feet tall. That's a little, I mean, I don't really care about that, because even if it's 20 or 13 or 11, these giants have been suppressed, just like the elongated skull people have been suppressed.
Well, I mean, the size really matters, because the size, the significant size of these structures actually indicates that they had to be much bigger than that.
Okay, I'm
You're
going to
talking
zoom
about
in
these
to one
walls.
thing real quick. This is Lesotho, and this right here, this
Honestly,
little blue
I
patch,
think the large
that's a
tridactyl
modern
hands.
day. That's modern day.
I
That is
think
a
the
modern day.
large tridactyl hands are the best evidence of giants we have so far.
Well, it's just you won't. Okay, giants is a word that people used when they were oppressed, because fee fi fo fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. The giant was going to eat that Englishman, so the giant is going to eat you. That's the fear that they promoted.
I have some other issues with the giant term also, because it could also be deciphered as Gaia.
Look at that
Dam.
dam. It's a man-made dam right there for mining.
That's modern day. Modern day. I got a lot of stuff I can show you that's not modern day. If you go north,
So you see how we make modern day dams, but if there were ancient beings, why didn't they make dams like we do today? Like that, like physical dams that have nothing to do naturally. Like you're talking about natural, like they terraform to make dams, but we don't terraform the land. We actually build and grab
but
resources
is
to
that the
build
best
a
way?
dam.
I don't know if
I
that's
mean,
no, I have a video that shows you
That's
the
a
modern day
question.
dams.
That's a good question.
I have a video that shows you the modern day dams. It's exactly the same as the one I showed you in Titan.
But Professor Ed Casas does bring up a good question. Is it the best way to build a dam to terraform and make a mountain of a dam instead of grabbing resources, make the resources, build the dam with pipes and all that stuff? Which way is better? Which way is more efficient? To terraform and build a mountain without the pipes and all that stuff, and just put it up like a beaver, or build or spend millions and billions of dollars in building the structure like we build today? That's the question we need to ask ourselves.
The one that is in Colorado right now that just got built shows a middle spine made of asphalt. Now, in the older ones, you could call it clay, but this impermeable material is a wall that goes through and blocks off and controls the water. And then you've got these shoulders coming down, and I can show you these shoulders again and again and again.
Well, gentlemen, I think we should wrap this up so we can talk in private.
Natural. What?
I think we should wrap this up so we can talk in private.
That looks like a gator. Here, go up. I see a pareidolia. Here, zoom out.
I want to show you a couple things. Look at these ridges here. I just found it, so I just want to show it.
That looks like a pyramid right there. You saw that?
There's a lot of triangles here. Look at down here.
Go back.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, wait. Look at these two. Look at these two right here. These parallel.
Look at that one, yeah.
And then over here, and then check out this triangle right here. What's up with that triangle? You're telling me that's natural?
That's crazy. Look at that, guys.
This is South Africa, and these ridges. Look at this. Look at that grid. Look at those. I call them roads at this point. Roads. Okay. Go ahead. Take away my power. Take away my power.
No, you're going into it right there. I mean,
Look at that.
that is wild. That's just perfect.
They're all freaking
What a good
terraforming.
find.
You mentioned terraforming, and I'm showing you terraforming. And by the way, I looked up the roads here. They call it No Name Road. And yeah, if you look at the terraform stuff.
Yeah. Angle downwards. Yeah. Go into the cross section that makes it look like a pyramid.
I'm sorry. So I'm in the middle. You want me to go where?
Go to the one that makes a cross, like tic-tac-toe.
There's a cross.
And then angle it in Google. Yeah. Now turn it sideways and then zoom in. See, we see it differently when we're upright on it, but then it doesn't look like a pyramid when we're looking at it from the side. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look like the one in India or in Indonesia?
2, 3. These are freaking.
Look at that, Ed.
They're connected.
Here, no, go back to that mountain, the Flathead Mountain. Go back to Flathead Mountain. Yeah, go back, go sideways, turn it. Look at that. That looks like the one in India or Indonesia or whatever.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I met those guys in Cosmic Summit when they talked to the one guy.
Yeah, where you have to climb up it on the stairs that they built, but they climb up on ropes to get up there.
Talking about Lion's Rock in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, Lion's Rock. Here, zoom into that.
I forgot where I was. There
right
it is.
There. Yeah, that's very interesting. That formation is the most sophisticated and the most secure location on Earth that nobody can get to you if you were to build a fortification.
Lines of trees. Look at this one right here. Ancient lines of trees going right to a river. There's the water. You see the water. And there's the ancient line of trees. And this line is definitely part of that matrix. There's another one here. There's another one over here. And yeah, these ancient tree lines.
But there's no building structure on that flat mountain.
There's nothing out here. This is nothing out here. There's like, oh, by the way, look at this shit. You're going to love this. These lines, oh my God, what's up with these brown lines creating these? What is that? Now, I've been looking into this. This ain't no, I put a fence up to show you my land. No. And then look at that. That's a dam goes across there. That line is different. And when you go to, so I'm so excited. When you go to the, this guy right here and you find it, let's look at right here. And then we click on the little guy and we go down there. And it'll show you grass. You can't see nothing. You can't see nothing. There's no difference from the ground. But when you do the Google Earth.
Oh, look up. Look up. It's electrical lines.
We got lucky with that, but that's more than just electrical because look at this brown, the dark brown or whatever you want to call it. And then you got this other color. That is ancient shit. Look into Graham Hancock's Tridactyl in Brazil. This is weird kind of ancient land, in my opinion. You could call it crops. Maybe it's modern day government. We're going to grow this other crop.
Why doesn't it show green grass everywhere?
During the summertime, it gets dark. But during the proper, that's it. You can't see shit.
So possibly they burn the grass.
It looks like that, but I don't believe that.
They do a control burn.
You say that, but how would they do it so perfectly? I don't believe that.
It's a control burn. That's why they would do it so perfectly.
But look
they do it along the road.
Look here. Look at this line right here. This one right here. It goes up here and over here, and then it comes over here and comes this way.
Probably the property line of the person that owns it.
Look at down here. You're saying that property line argument. I hear you, but those guys are very far away from each other. Let's back out, and we're going to find more. You're going to find so much.
Didn't you have some things to tell us in private that you wanted to talk about?
Okay, so before I tell you stuff in private, take away this and let's talk face to face. Oh, by the way, I didn't even realize you had me full screen. I wasn't even noticing. Okay, so I'm going to do a tour We're gonna do Pie Town, New Mexico.
Oh, we have to close out. We have to close out the.
You want me to end the
Yeah,
stream?
close it out. Whatever. Close it all out.
Okay, I want to thank
I'm
everybody
gonna tell you,
for
I'm
watching.
doing a tour. It's gonna be super cheap. A few hundred.
Well, hold
bucks.
on.
Wait, is this the part that's private or no?
No, the private
Oh,
part.
okay,
is
go ahead.
Nikki Anna Jones is doing 3 tours, and I was so impressed with those tours. I decided to try to work with her, and she agrees.
Put in a plug for Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki Anna Jones. I can. Well,
Great name, by the way.
Nikki Anna Jones has 3 tours. One of them's an all-girls tour in Mexico. It's all for the ladies. And then there's another one in Chaco Canyon, New Mexico. And I do believe that's ancient mining and ancient quarrying and processing of ancient minerals. And then she's going to Japan. Yeah. And the polygonal stones in Japan. Wow. And that one is probably the more expensive tour.
I would imagine.
But we were talking, and we're going to do Pie Town, New Mexico. Please, if you're interested in checking out what I showed earlier, those 12-mile-long parallel ridges in Pie Town, New Mexico, I'm looking right at you. Together, man. Plan on spending $1,000. I don't even know the price right now, but $1,000 would be about right. And that's for 3 locations. Shiprock. Okay.
Thanks for sharing that.
Now I'm ready to. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
There's Nikki Anna Jones' Instagram. If you guys are interested in seeing her pictures and her trips are on Instagram. And if you want to research her streams and everything like that, you can find her streams on her Instagram and where she advertises it. And check out Nikki Anna Jones. She's a really cool, really awesome person.
And both of you guys are in the new ancient history group we just started.
Yeah, so that's great.
Thank you for adding us. And yeah, we're gonna get that fucking affiliate link and get some money made, right? We need money.
There you go.
We need a little money.
And other people can catch us next Wednesday in the Green Room, only on X at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If anybody wants to join us for some more conversation. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for Let's Talk Tridactyls.
I will be there at the Green Room as well, everybody. Thank you for watching me at Jesus Live.
Live long and prosper.
And we had Stig as our guest.
Thank you, Stig, for coming. I appreciate it.